Hey y'all, so today is going to be my top 10 favorite albums on vinyl. If you don't like vinyl for whatever reason, I will leave a link to another video on my face. How about this eye look? If you want to see how I did this eye look, just click on the link on my face and it'll take you right to that video. We are just going to jump right into this. I don't think it needs any more of a explanation than that. But yeah, these are in no particular order. They're just my top 10 faves. So I hope you enjoy it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. My first favorite is this album right here. It's called The XX, and I don't think it has... Hold on. Uno momento. Yeah. This is just The XX by The XX, I believe is what it's called. And I love this album to pieces. It is just a perfect ambient music album. It's relaxing and it sounds so good on vinyl. I don't know if you've ever listened to an album being played on a record player, but it just gives it that like unique, gritty, kind of real sounding sound. That probably makes no sense to anybody that doesn't listen to vinyl. But anyway, this is The XX by The XX. My favorite on this album probably has to be Basic Space and Shelter. I love those songs. Next is one of my absolute favorites. It's Going to Hell by The Pretty Reckless. The Pretty Reckless is my favorite band of all time. It's just a hard rock band, and the lead singer is Taylor Momsen, which if you've watched Gossip Girl or How the Grinch Stole Christmas, you'll know who she is. But yeah, The Pretty Reckless is my absolute favorite band, and having it on vinyl is just an added bonus. My favorite songs on this album have to be House on a Hill or Blame Me. The next one is called A Song for You by The Carpenters. It's basically a whole bunch of love songs by The Carpenters, and if you don't know who The Carpenters are, where have you been? The most beautiful song on this album has to be I Won't Last a Day Without You. I am in love with that song. It is a classic Carpenter song, and so is Top of the World. This is a great one. The next one is The Breakfast Club. I love this one solely for the fact that it has Don't You Forget About Me, and it's a classic. This movie is an absolute classic. I love this movie, so naturally I have to have the vinyl, and it's got just all those awesome 80s songs on it, so if you're in like an 80s mood, this is a good album to listen to. One of my next favorites is Violator by Depeche Mode. I've been listening to Depeche Mode pretty much my entire life because it's one of my dad's favorite bands, and we listen to it on road trips. So I got this for Christmas because I like Depeche Mode a lot and I like vinyl, and Depeche Mode sounds so good on vinyl. My favorite song on this album has to be Personal Jesus. That's one that I've been listening to for quite a while, and having it on vinyl like makes my life. Next one, now I know I've had a whole lot of newer albums in this video, so don't crucify me. I have plenty of other classic vintage albums in my collection. If you want to see that, I'll leave a link in the description. But my next favorite is Born to Die by Lana Del Rey. Lana Del Rey just has the best voice for vinyl. It's just got that like really unique kind of alternative sound, and it just sounds so good when you put it on a record player. I'm not quite sure what my favorite song on this album would be because I put it on and I listened to it straight, all of the songs all the way through. So I'm not gonna give you a favorite song on this album because they're just all fantastic. This is all the song titles. But yeah, definitely check this one out. Now, the next one was part of my very first collection of vinyl when I just started getting into collecting vinyl. And of course, Nancy Sinatra is one of my absolute favorite singers. So, of course, I have to have her albums. So the next one is Nancy in London. Nancy Sinatra is one of my all-time favorite singers. Again, been listening to her for the longest time. And of course, I would love having her on vinyl. I guess this video makes more sense to people who are into vinyl, because if you're not into vinyl, then it's just me sitting here showing you a whole bunch of pictures saying that they sound good on a record player. But listening to music on vinyl is just takes a listening experience to the next level. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, you need to get on that. The next one is actually an album that my friend got me because he thought that I would like it, and he was right. It is this one. It is Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. And this album has a special place in my heart because when I was younger, my grandfather would sing Have a Cigar to me, like, all the time. It's like an inside joke, so he got me a cigar for a graduation gift, and I thought that was sweet. But I really like this album. Again, it's a very good ambient music album because not a lot of the songs have words in them. They're just instrumental. But yeah, I really like this album a lot. Next one is one that I absolutely screeched when I found. It's Nancy and Lee. This album takes me back so much. I have been listening to this album for years and years. I love Nancy and Lee collaborating together. Their voices are just so perfect. This is like my childhood in an album. And of course, they're classics. And of course, they're gonna sound good on vinyl. Of course, Summer Wine is one of my favorites because that's a classic. And of course, Jackson. We play Jackson in car rides when we're driving through Jackson. And the last one is Sigh No More by Mumford & Sons. This was actually my very first vinyl album that I got. I got this when I was 17. And that's, oh my gosh, that was almost 3 years ago. Whoa. This was one of my first vinyl records. And Mumford & Sons, again, has that classic alternative kind of unique sounds that just sounds so good on vinyl. And of course that makes it one of my favorites. I Gave You All and White Blank Page definitely have to be two of my favorites because I like that kind of more gritty, pissed off sound that Mumford & Sons has when they're singing more emotional, angry songs. But yeah, I'm so bad at describing why things are my favorite because it just all sounded the same. So I hope this video wasn't too redundant. But yeah, those are just my top 10 favorites. And if you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I do a whole bunch of different things here on my channel. I do everything from makeup to vinyl, like I just did, and sometimes I do book videos because those are kind of like my 3 favorite kind of things: books, vinyl, and makeup. Those are the 3 things that I collect. So sometimes, you know how you get in those moods where you're just like, okay, I'm really into focusing on this and buying this right now. And for me, that's sometimes I get in buying makeup moods, and sometimes I get in buying vinyl moods, and sometimes I'm in the mood where I just troll Book Outlet for hours trying to find stuff. So I hope that makes sense. But anyway, yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.